following is a presentation of GRS-TV.
We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shine. We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shine.
The race towards a district title and a playoff berth heats up as two longtime district foes in the Saxy Mustangs and Lakeview Centennial Patriots square off under the lights of Homer B. Johnson Stadium in Garland, Texas tonight. Hello there, everyone. I'm Reagan Radcliffe alongside Bobby George. So glad you could be with us this evening. Two teams that are 2-1 in district. Should be an intriguing matchup, and maybe nowhere more intriguing than what we'll see tonight. That big defensive line of Centennial against a high-powered Saxy offense.
Yeah, that Saxy offense is behind Alex Orgy, and they are very powerful. That guy puts the whole team on his shoulders and runs like crazy and throws the ball. He's got a bomb of an arm. And I tell you what, there is a powerful defensive line setup out there for Lakeview Centennial. They are very big. They got number 88 Wilson and number 90 holding down those defensive end spots. Both of them are 6'4", 270, and one of them, Wilson, is just a sophomore. And I'm telling you, that interior line of that team right there on the defensive side, they can really blow it up and cause a lot of trouble, and it frees up those defensive ends to make a lot of things happen in the backfield. So Alex Orgy, he's going to have a hard time tonight.
There's a lot of familiarity with these two teams. They've met every year since 2004. Saxy leads the all-time series 11-5, and they've dominated recently. They won 7 straight since the Patriots' last win back in 2012 over the Mustangs, and the Patriots will look to turn the tide tonight. We'll get a look at their offense first against that Saxy defense. As Saxy won the toss, they deferred, and so the Patriots will receive. It is Anthony Martinez to tee it up from the 40, and a low, short kick that hops into the waiting hands of Lakeview Centennial's Xavion Wright, who carries it ahead to the 34, and that's where we'll get a look at Centennial tonight, led by senior quarterback Michael Hero and Kamar Wheaton, of course, the star running back. And last week you had to wonder kind of about Wheaton's status. We had a big first half in that ball game. Didn't see much of him in the second half.
Yeah, that's right. What happened was he goes into the end zone very hard and gets hit really good, and it looks like he came up with his shoulder kind of hurting, and he didn't go back in after that. I mean, it was around the early of the third quarter, but they had such a great lead. Maybe they just held him out and make sure he's healthy for this game.
On a first down, they go right to the ground to Wheaton. You see his elusiveness, then the power. Ahead to the 41.
Yeah, he's recruited by a lot of teams in the SEC, and you can see why. He's just so elusive. He's strong, and he's got that speed that you really don't know he has until he opens that spread of his legs up right there.
Well, it's all for naught. 5-yard penalty on Centennial, and so they'll bring it back, and it'll be a first down and 15 from their own 29. This is a Patriots offense that's averaging right at 400 yards per game. You look at Kendall Miller, who's in his 12th year as the head coach, the offensive coordinator, Henry Hill. Now on the 1st and 15. Play action, and that pass zipped to the 35. And then Cameron Jones tackled from behind. As much as we talk about Kamar Wheaton, how about what Cameron Jones has done? Almost 300, now 300 yards receiving on the season. He's another weapon.
Well, he's really good, and they really depend on him to get out there in that slot. And Hero just throws a bullet right to him. And why not? He's really dependable. He's got great hands. You better stay on him.
Only 5'6", $165, and a senior, but leads the team in receiving. Jones goes in motion. Hero's screen pass is incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Davis on the near side.
Yeah, Krasinski, 6'2", 270 junior right there, just comes off the end, and he gets up there, gets his arms spread up real wide and tall. It's just hard to get that ball around him. Causes an errant throw.
This is a Saxy defense that lost 6 all-district performers from last year to graduation. So a lot of new faces this season. A team that's 2-2 overall, but 2-1 in district, trying to find their way.
Hey, they've got a lot of depth. They've got a lot of players that can go in and out, probably start. Their second unit can probably start on most teams.
Here's the stretch play to Wheaton. Breaking tackles and across midfield. Down to about the 47 of Saxy.
See how he can get outside right there and then just plant a foot in the dirt and go straight upfield. And what you'll see tonight a lot of is these offensive line for Centennial. They really do a lot of pulling. They'll pull in the direction of Wheaton and lead that blocking for him.
It's an offensive front line with a lot of size. We talk about the size of the D-line for Centennial. Offensive line for the Patriots averages 282 pounds per man. Hero's going to throw, and here comes the pressure. From the backside, he never saw it. They brought a blitz off the edge. And from the backside, that was John Anaiwu, the 5'11", 200-pound senior.
Well, he got out there quick, didn't he?
Solo tackle for the Mustangs.
Not much time. You got to get rid of that ball. It's coming. His first read wasn't there. He wanted to hold it.
Second down.
You just don't have that time.
Well, now about a second and a long 15 for the Patriots. 4-receiver package here for Hero. Gonna sling it far side, and then you got a little jailbreak screen and a lot of room for Jalen Davis, who's going to be closer to the sticks. He's about a 2 yards shy of the first down.
Well, what do you do here? Now you're on the other side of the 50. You could. Boy, what a great play. Just everybody going to the right, toss it out there to the left, and let your guy make a play out there. And boy, they're just short of it.
Well, the headliner in the passing game is Cameron Jones, who's over 300 yards. Davis, the second leading receiver, now around 130 after that reception. Here's a big play right here on 3rd down and 3. They motion Dustin out of the backfield, and they go to Wheaton. And the workhorse has got the first down. He's to the 37.
Once again, solo tackle by Levi Shirley.
Boy, he just had to. I mean, who do you give it to? You might as well give it to Wheaton. He's your star. But look at the line blocking right there. They lock up on all the defensive linemen, and boy, your linebackers had to step up to make the play.
Well, an opening drive here that's chewed up a little over 3.5 minutes. Now into Saxy territory at the 37. Hero's got time here. Play clock just down inside 10. It's Dunston in motion. Hero looking over the middle. Had a man and maybe crossed up a bit. He was targeting Cameron Jones, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think that ball got tipped by the linebacker. Here it comes. Let's see if we can spot it out. He has his man pretty open, and maybe just missed it a little bit.
You know, it was James Boyd in the vicinity. Hero misfired right there. Hero's completed 63% of his passes. 5'9", 170-pound senior quarterback who is just up over 700 yards through the air this year.
They had that big game against Wiley last week, and you know, they just really seemed like they came together and developed.
A little option to Wheaton and a stiff arm, and tight ropes the sideline. And Wheaton again with the elusiveness and then the strength. Boy, he is something special, and you can see why the likes of Alabama, LSU, and Oklahoma are high on his list.
Taken out of bounds by John.
Nice little option play right there. Saxy does a good job of staying outside and stringing that ball out, using the sidelines right there as an extra defender. We saw Rowlett last week. They really attacked that right side of that defense over and over and over, and that's where their bread and butter plays were.
3rd and 6. Hero fires too high. He had Dunston open at the 25, but that pass just too high. And now decision time for Kendall Miller.
Well, he really did have him open, just fired a little hot. Little 7-8 yard out pattern right there. Now what do you do here?
Now 4th and 6.
I think this is an area that you could probably go for it. I mean, you punt it, goes in the end zone, it comes out to the 25. It only net you about 8 yards, so.
You know, they will go for it here. Instead, Hero backs up and maybe just playing a little field position as Hero gets away a terrific punt. This is down inside the 10. It does take a little bit of a Saxy roll to the 11. It's where Dunston downs it. But Centennial able to pin the Mustangs back a little bit. Now we'll get our first look at this high-octane offense of Saxy.
Yeah, that was a great little punt because, I mean, if it rolls in the end zone, it don't net you much, but that ball just died. I mean, it didn't hit bounce. It was like a nice golf shot onto the green. It just stopped and rolled back and died.
Here comes Alex Orgy in the Saxy offense. Orgy, a 6'3", 210-pound dual-threat quarterback. He's thrown for 910 yards, and he's the leading rusher with 548 yards on the ground.
For the Mustangs.
And on first down, it's right to the ground and into the teeth of that enormous defensive front line. A very minimal gain of maybe a yard or two. We see the big bodies right there of Nicholas Calais, a defensive tackle plugging up the hole.
Yeah, him and Ellis, boy, they will get off their man, and it'll free up those linebackers to come in there and make the tackle. A lot of these guys will go both ways. That's the only problem. You've got to be able to wear a team down, and Saxy can do that. They'll get in that fourth quarter and just wear these teams down.
Penalty, or the flag right there. Joseph LeGrand is the H-back going in motion. This looks like it'll be on Saxy.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 65, 5-yard penalty, remain second down.
Now that's the young sophomore, Kenny Wynn, the only sophomore on that front line for the Mustangs. Now you look at Mark Behrens, 106 wins in 17 seasons. He took over this program when the school opened back in 2004, and a mainstay for Saxy.
You say that Kenny Wynn, boy, he's 304 pounds.
And just a pup, did it as a sophomore.
Yeah, he's still got room to grow.
Here's Orgy. He's going to throw. He's got pressure coming from behind. He tried to get rid of it. Boy, breathing down his back was Iwuna, the big defensive tackle, 6'4", 270 pounds.
Yeah, that's what happens. Big defensive tackle comes in there. Brown chasing you. Wilson coming to one side. Oh, man, and he gets out there and he kind of throws the ball like he's going to throw it, and you see it landed on the ground. He was really fortunate that didn't become a hot ball on the ground there.
That was Brown, the defensive end, that got to him. Now a 3rd and 21 from the shadow of their own end zone. Orgy going for it all down the left side. A little bumping down that near sideline, but it's incomplete. He overshot Ja'Cory Mims.
Ja'Cory Mims, the intended receiver.
So now you're looking at a 4th and forever and a dangerous and precarious territory right here for Saxy.
Xavier Wright stays right with his man. Turn around and look. Very nice job by Wright playing that deep coverage.
Well, Orgy, who doubles as the team's punter, will be right there on the well, almost the back line of that end zone. Patriots send back Anthony Harris to return. Orgy gets away a low liner here.
Oh, man, that's pretty nice.
Well, gets it back out to the 38. And so for Centennial, a 3-and-out and a terrific start for them defensively.
Yeah, what you don't want is Centennial to catch that ball hot in the air and be able to just make some plays and run that thing into the end zone. So a punt that doesn't get any kind of return is pretty nice.
The Patriots will take over, 6:04 to go, nearly midway through this first quarter and scoreless, each team with a possession. Patriots got down into Saxy territory, and on 4th down at about the 35, they had to punt it away. They forced a 3-and-out, and now here is Michael Hero in the Patriots offense for the 2nd time. Another quick screen. This is to Terrence Davis. He's got blockers across the 30, down inside the 25, and a big play for the Patriot offense.
Picks up 1st down for Lakeview Centennial.
That's Davis's 8th reception of the year.
You see everybody going one direction. Hero's able to toss it out to Davis in the outside and gets a great block by his fellow receiver.
Mustang 24.
That's how you want to do it on a 1st down.
Screen game has been a big part of Centennial's offense here in the early going. Got a 1st down at the Mustangs 24. It's back to the ground to Wheaton and into a wall of Mustang defenders. Boy, that defensive front line of Jaden Gibbs, Kresnicki, and Burnley stack him up, and it's a loss of a couple.
Boyd with solo tackle.
Yeah, James Boyd filling in from that linebacker spot. Well, you see this. Boy, they just run right behind Smallwood, but there was just too many white jerseys.
Injured player for Saxy.
Well, a man down right now for Saxon. I believe that's to Covian Burnley, a 6'1", 225-pound junior defensive end. Now, no score right now, 5:16 to go in the first quarter. And this is GRS-TV.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe the choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, but prepare them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
Stacovian Burnley was able to walk off the field on his own accord, so they'll bring in a backup defensive end. That is going to be Gavin Portillo, 5'11", 240-pound junior who will anchor that defensive end spot on the right side. No score right now, 5:16 to go in the first quarter. It's been a pretty balanced attack for Centennial through the air and on the ground. That's really been true for the season. 229 on the ground for this Patriots offense and 171 through the air on the season.
Yeah, they're a pretty balanced team. I mean, and you can just watch these offensive line. Everybody take a look at them, and you can see how fast they are. They're big, but they're fast, and they do a lot of pulling and trap blocking. It's really a lot of fun to watch them block.
They motion Wheaton out. Trying to throw it back to the other side to Davis just to decoy that defense and draw some attention his way. That pass too high. A couple of attempts tonight here in the early going for Hero that kind of sailed on him a bit.
Third down.
So now a third and a long 12 and definitely a passing situation.
Yeah, he's looking left, and then he's having to take it in immediate read to the right and toss it over there. It's a pretty dangerous play. If any Saxy defender comes flying through there, you just don't have time to read it. You're really throwing to a spot on that play. And I think he saw some white jerseys coming in there and decided he wanted to throw that one a little high.
It's the H-back and Dustin who motions out. Hero's pass over the middle and incomplete. Cameron Jones was the intended receiver. But just sticking a hand in there and knocking that one away. That is Saxy's Kevin Courtney.
Defending on the play.
Yeah, great coverage because he has time to throw, so the receiver has time to really make his moves and break away. Ball just a little behind, and Courtney able to come down and knock it out.
Courtney only 5'9", a junior, able to bat that one away, and now a 4th down and 12.
Just hadn't been able to do anything against Saxy's defense. They've had great field opportunity.
Well, nearly draw a man off sides. Maybe movement on that front line. Yeah, this may change.
Offense number 52, illegal snap. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
We saw a Hero punt from this territory last time. This might change the mind of Kendall Miller. This is a 4th and very long coming up.
Yeah, so now it's the same situation you had in the last possession.
4th down.
Got 4 receivers. Hero now backs up. He'll look to punt. Nobody back deep for Saxy. This punt a little stronger. It's going to go into the end zone. And so Saxy will get more breathing room this time as they'll bring it out to the 25.
He brought out to the 25.
Yeah, Saxy's defense has held. It looked promising. Lakeview's had some great plays, but then they've just not been able to convert on that 3rd down. So far, a great defensive battle.
You know, this is a Saxy defense that has allowed 27 points or more 3 times this year. They've gotten into a lot of track meets, and that's been okay for them. They're averaging 40 points per ball game, but defensively it's been but they hadn't broken at all in the first 2 possessions defensively. Now here's the handoff. Oh, big hole, and boy, into the secondary and bursting ahead past midfield.
Brian Okoye.
Huge run for Saxy's Brian Okoye.
Well, that's what happens if you can break past that first group of defensive guys. There's no linebackers, no safeties.
Hunter making tackle.
And Hunter has to come in from the corner spot, chase him down. But, you know, Lakeview's got a lot of speed. And that's a touchdown in a lot of games right there. But Lakeview was able to recover.
Okoye, 252 yards rushing on the season. They really split time between him and Corey Jones. It's Okoye again. This time he's bottled up at that huge defensive interior line. Calais in there, Isaiah Ellis, the linebacker. And you see Corey Grady as well on the stop.
They just bottle it up. There's just nowhere to go on this one. They swallowed him in.
Along with Corey Gray. Gain of 2,
second down and 8 now for Saxy. Scoreless and inside 4 minutes to go in this first quarter.
You see how Lakeview, they'll set up in a 4-3 defense here. Play man up on the outside.
Now the first time that we see Orji take the football. He is awfully dangerous at that quarterback position, a dual threat who's rushed for almost 600 yards on the season. But Centennial able to bottle him up.
Yeah, and Xavion Wright, he's number 17 out here, and he's asking for a hold. Now watch him get held right here. Look at he's getting held. He can't even turn to make a play. No flag, no harm.
Yeah, that's what Kendall Miller wants to talk about as well on that near sideline. Now you got a third down and a very short 3. Big play right here for the Mustangs offense.
Yeah, you got to wonder what the referee was looking at. I mean, it was right in front of him.
They're going to go right back to the ground. This time it's Corey Jones, and he's got a big hole. Look out, inside the 20 and carrying tacklers all the way down to the 12.
And finally brought in around the 12-yard line.
Boy, Saxy's starting to open it up a little bit. Look at those offensive line come flying around. Big number 35 coming from the H-back spot. Lead blocks.
First and 10 Mustangs.
Boy, if you can get some, if you get those white jerseys on the blue jerseys, it really sets up that wall to be able to run through.
This time it's going to be Orji, a designed quarterback keeper. Here's where he's most dangerous, with his feet, and nobody touches him. That is Orji's 10th rushing touchdown of the season, and the junior dual threat quarterback has got Saxy on top 6-0.
Yeah, he's so fast. It's elusive speed. You don't realize how fast he is until everybody starts making bad angles, and he can just get there. He did that to Rowlett last week over and over again.
Well, they have got them a find. A kid that started his high school career at Rockwall, then transferred to Bishop Dunn. He was a backup quarterback there last year. He's just a junior. He's got another year left. Now the extra point coming from Anthony Martinez. Before he can get it off, the whistles blow. That play clock may have been down to 0.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Well, for Martinez, he's 22 of 23 on the season in PAT, so just back him up 5 yards. Still more of a chip shot from him from about 26 yards out.
Yeah, he's got a great leg. He'll put it clean on top of that building back there.
Well, they may have gotten that 5 yards back. There was movement up front. There is a flag. The extra point is good. Mark Barron says, let's go. 7-0 Saxy after that touchdown scamper from Alex Orji.
Offside. Defense. Penalty is declined. Result is successful. Extra.
Yeah, Mark Barons is going to take the point. So it's 7-0 Mustangs here on GRS-TV.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-TECH and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
75-yard touchdown drive capped off by an Alex Orji touchdown run of 14 yards. The kickoff to Centennial will be taken by Dunston. And he's got room up past the 35 and then belted right there about the 37.
Wow. Yeah, he had a lot of room until big 48 Taylor comes flying through there.
where he brings it
Puts
to
the stop on him.
38-yard line, first down. and
Well,
10
now
for Lakeview
Centennial
15.
finds themselves behind 7-0. Not been short of chances here in the first quarter. They've had 2 drives deep into Saxy territory.
Previous scoring drive
Yet to
for
really get
Mustangs,
Kamar Wheaton going yet.
75 yards in 5 plays.
Yeah, they just haven't
143
put
off
up
the
that
clock.
running game that we expected them to have. You know, Rowlett was able to get to that right edge over and over last week, and we haven't even seen them really attempt it yet.
And go back to Wheaton. And Wheaton's got some room off the left side. Each of the 46. He got in behind Xavier Campbell and Robert Nguanzo on the left side of that offensive line.
Sean Catherman makes
Well, that's
the
where he's going to have to
tackle
get
with
behind. Those guys are big, and big number big Smallwood. Boy, they're just such a big group of guys. I mean, if you can get behind them and get through that little gap that they provide for you, you have a big night.
It's a little counter, and
He's
Hero
gone.
keeps it. Look out. Into the clear, and now it's a foot race to the goal line. Nobody is going to catch Michael Hero. His first rushing touchdown of the season.
Boy, he made it a big one. I mean, that is a good hide. I mean, they hide that ball so well. Nobody knew they had it. There's the RPO. Everybody's still running out there trying to get Wheaton.
Oh, and that's where it all starts. You talk about it. The attention on Kamar Wheaton, and it opened up for Michael Hero. Extra point will tie it. This off the foot of Luis Rivera. He got it, and we're tied at 7.
Rivera is good.
Michael Hero takes it to the house. Both touchdowns in the early going have been from the quarterbacks. We're knotted at 7 here on GRS-TV. All tied at 7 here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium in Garland. We were talking about the run game of the Patriots and when will they get Kamar Wheaton going. To our surprise, it's Michael Hero.
Wow. I mean, that's how you answer that big 75-yard touchdown drive by Saxy. You go ahead and you just run one for 55 yards by your quarterback.
There's a high, short pooch kick, and this is dangerous. The ball's on the turf. Centennial's got it.
Oh, man.
That's Xavier Wright who came away with it. What a perfectly placed pooch kick. And Centennial gets the first turnover.
Yeah, look at that. Just straight up, drops right down, and it was just a foot race to the ball. Clean bounce right into Wright's belly, and boy, now Centennial's got all the momentum.
That was James Adams who came up, the young sophomore that had it bounce just in front of him off of his hands. Now for the 3rd time tonight, the Patriots have got a possession that starts deep, or their second possession that's really started deep in Saxy territory. They had 3 times they've been down inside the 30. We got a 7-7 ball game. It could be a lot worse. Centennial knocking on the door again. Hero on the zone read.
He's going to do it again. They've got all that attention going to Wheaton, and Hero's kind of decided that RPO's kind of working.
James Boyd with solo tackle.
We got that defensive end to bite.
Boy, didn't he?
Well, Michael Hero came in tonight as here's Wheaton on the left side. He's close to the sticks. He might be a bit short. How about the numbers on Michael Hero coming tonight on the ground? 37 carries, 65 yards.
9 touchdowns.
Boy, they were not keying on him, and rightfully so. Kamar Wheaton, the workhorse of this offense, but Hero has been carrying the load here early as we're down in about 1:35 to go in this first quarter, tied at 7.
Going in the wing T formation here.
2 backs. You've got Wheaton and Dustin. It's Wheaton on the stretch play. He's got the first, and he's up to the 15-yard line.
Oh, what a great tackle, though. I mean, because Wheaton is so strong. They got him up high and just ripped him backwards. Looks like he has a lot more running room than he did. I mean, here he comes, and boom, they just reach out and pull him backwards. That was number 25 right there, James Boyd.
Patriots on the Mustangs 15.
The Patriots will have it first down and 10 at the Saxy 15. Now down inside at 50 seconds to go in this first quarter. Again, a two-back look for the Patriots, and Dustin in motion. Hero on the zone read. He's got room off the right side. Able to turn that corner. He's down inside the 10.
Well, you keep doing stuff like that, and it will start opening that offense up, because they're going to have to pay attention to you defensively. And when you do that, then Wheaton will begin to be able to run the ball a little bit more. Right now, they are so focused on him, stopping him, that Hero's really having some excellent running room. And well, you start spreading it out like that, I think you're going to have a good day on the ground.
Second and a very manageable 4 yards right here. They can still get another first down. Got to get to the 5. 36 seconds to go in this first. Now they bring it tight end. That's Rykelian Worthsaw on the left side. Wheaton keeps it. He's stacked up. At the 10's going to leave him a third and long now.
Yeah, I think they might have lost a yard on that one.
We'll see what offensive coordinator Henry Hill wants to do here. He's got 20 seconds. They don't necessarily have to run a play. They can come over and talk about it on the sidelines. That looks like that's exactly what they'll do.
Yeah, they forgot to block Kazniski right there. He was able to come straight through and get his big bear claws on Wheaton.
Well, that will bring us to the end of a very eventful first quarter. These two longtime district foes in a battle here. 7-7 our score as we head to the second on GRS-TV.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe the choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, but prepare them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
7-7 our score as we head to the second quarter. Saxy struck first tonight on a 12-yard touchdown run from Alex Orgy, and then a 55-yard scamper from Centennial's quarterback and Michael Hero, and the Patriots now down at the 11-yard line. A big third down coming up.
Yeah, I think it might be 2 down territory. So really, you want to get really close to that first down to give you that opportunity to go to it for a 4th down if you want to be able to, use 2 plays to get that first down.
4 wide here for the Patriots with 3 receivers to the wide side of the formation. Hero's going to step up, looking for that back shoulder fade, and it's incomplete. Had it for a split second. Terrence Davis nearly hauled in his first touchdown reception of the year.
That's a tough play right there. I'm surprised they went for that one right here at this juncture in the game, because that's really a 50-50 ball. It's a tough play to make. Back shoulder pass, go up there, high point it. Great defensive play by Makuna. Knocked that ball out. He stayed right on his man.
Well, Luis Rivera has only attempted 2 field goals on the year. He's 1 of 2. His long came from 26. This would be from 28 from the right hash. Good snap and hold, and Rivera booms it through. Centennial has scored 10 straight. The 28-yard field goal from Luis Rivera has given the Patriots a 10-7 lead in the early going of the second quarter here on GRS-TV.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-Tech and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
Luis Rivera will tee it up for the 40. The junior kicker just put the Patriots on top 10-7 with a 28-yard field goal. Now another short kick. This time it's fair caught. Eliab Mercuria makes that fair catch for the Mustangs, and they'll start at around their own 25. Well, maybe one of the big storylines tonight, when you look at this matchup right here, Centennial defensively against the run, they're only giving up 58 yards per game. Probably credit to that great linebacker and Isaiah Ellis and the big defensive front line.
That's absolutely right.
But Saxy is churning out 284 yards per game on the ground. So I think really when you look at this matchup right here, that should be intriguing to keep an eye on.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun already. They've been keeping Alex Orji in check.
Mustangs from their 25.
Now they go out of a no-back look right here. And Orji to the ground. Slips, but look at that. He bounces it out to the right side. He's got blockers in front. Out to the 35. Well, you can't coach that. Orji all the way up to the 40.
On the 39-yard line.
Incredible athleticism from the junior quarterback.
Yeah, they really had him bottled up, and he's so strong. Right here, there's everybody's. He didn't have no room, and then all of a sudden he bounces out. Everybody keeps blocking their man.
It was finally Ramo and Jeffrey, the leading tackler in the secondary, that got him out of bounds. Here's a high snap, and Orji's going to keep it again. Running to his left and gets a big stiff arm. The strength from the quarterback on the outside linebacker in Joseph Armstrong, and he's out to about the 47.
Armstrong stays with it, though. I mean, he does take a punch to the face. He has him dead to right at the line of scrimmage. Takes that big stiff arm, but Armstrong stays with him and chases him down and pulls him down with only a 6-yard gain.
We've seen Armstrong, an outside linebacker tonight, as well as Corey Gray. That time it was Armstrong. Here they go back to the ground. First down, yardage and more, and dragging tacklers is Brian Okoye. He's to the 43 of the Patriots.
Brian Okoye picks up first down for Saxy.
That's where this depth of this offensive line just, they can start wearing you down. You see that big block by the H-back.
And again, solo tackle by Joseph Armstrong.
This was a Saxy offense that had to replace Sean Coleman, running back who is an all-district performer, transferred to Dallas Christian. They've got really a two-headed monster there in the backfield, and Okoye and Jones. There's a pass that's, boy, the pressure was coming. That ball loose. It's an incomplete pass. But there's the defensive pressure from that front line. That time, Jonathan Brown there in the face.
Yeah, he comes through there really quick. Let's see if we can see it. Don't have much time to throw. I mean, he just sets the ball, puts his feet in the ground to throw it, and Brown's already there trying to knock it out.
Well, he lists Brown at only 5'9". He plays a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, I think that can't be right.
I don't think so. He's 235. And now a second down and 10. Orji on the design, quarterback keeper. Gets outside, turns that corner. Again, a stiff arm of Armstrong, and he's close to the sticks.
Yeah, they just keep bouncing it out there. Poor Armstrong, he's there each time. And here we can see it coming at him again. Little hands to the face there. They're going to have to do something on that side, or Orji's just going to keep running there. They're going to have to bring a little bit of support in that direction.
Here's a third down and 3. Around that corner to the left, and they weren't fooling anybody this time. Well, that entire defensive line, led by Iwuna, tracked down Orji, and now it's 4th down and 3 in a decision here for Behrens.
Yeah, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to follow that offensive line, come straight down.
Well, that was a sophomore defensive end, Trey Wilson.
Yeah, 88 right there.
He's one of those kids you talked about a moment ago, two-way player. Impressive for a sophomore that you'll see him at tight end, defensive end.
So athletic to be that tall. You're 6'5" and you're that athletic at a sophomore. You're just going to keep getting better and better.
4th and 3, they're going for it, and Centennial's bringing the house. Perfectly designed screenplay.
Oh, boy.
Open is Tyler Williams, first down and more. Williams still on his feet, down inside the 20. What a perfect play call by Sean Sparks, the offensive coordinator, on a screenplay right there.
Yeah, you couldn't draw that one up any better as far as timing, because they were bringing the house. All of a sudden, you just screen right there behind him. His favorite receiver, number 11. Tyler Williams, he had great games so far this season.
There's a huge hole for Brian Okoye. And the second rushing touchdown for the Mustangs. This time it's the junior running back, Brian Okoye, who goes on with his first touchdown rush of the season. And all set up by that screenplay, and now Okoye takes it in, and the Mustangs have the lead back at 13-10.
I think that was just a really nice drive. They were going left. They went right a couple times. They went up the middle.
And Martinez's extra point is through. So back and forth we go. And a track meet early on here. 9:11 to go in the second quarter. Okoye has put the Mustangs back on top over the Patriots here on GRS-TV. A 75-yard touchdown drive for Saxy, capped off by a Brian Okoye touchdown scamper. Young junior's first rushing touchdown of the season, a guy that averaged about 7 yards a carry. He popped that one, and the Mustangs are on top. This kickoff will come down into the waiting hands of Dunston. He bobbles it. Now he's got it and running. Who is left in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah.
I say Dunston, that's Kalen Montgomery on the return.
You bobble that ball, and there's just so many guys coming at you so fast.
Adams making the stop for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I don't think Saxy threw the ball one time for that 75-yard drive. I think it was all on the ground.
And this is a team that throws the ball well.
Yeah.
218 yards per game in that passing department. But tonight they have done their damage on the ground against a Centennial defensive front that has been outstanding against the run this year. Now this drive starts from their own 11. Kamar Wheaton around the left side. Not much room there this time.
Yeah, nowhere to go. That defensive end got out there and grabbed him, slowed him down, and then all the white jerseys come flying in there. And 91 gets a hold of him right there and slows him down. Then 32, Leon Williams come in and finishes him off. I mean, that's a great job of just stringing it out.
And it really all started at the defensive end you talk about. Gavin Portillo came in for Tecovian Burnley early in the first quarter. Burnley out with an injury. Hero looking to throw, and will live for another down here. Just flings it out of bounds. Nobody was open.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Jalen Davis was doing. Hero wanted him to move around for him, but Jalen Davis just does a little 5-yard turnaround and then just stops. He doesn't move around, do anything, and he's just standing there. I don't know if he thought maybe Hero was going to run with it and he needed a block or what was going on, but when he keeps his eyes down the field all the time, and these receivers usually will move, and when he starts to roll, will kind of roll with him, and he'll find them.
Third down, a long 10 for the Patriot offense. And motion Wheaton out of the backfield. That pass is caught, and it's a first down yardage. And a little bit more. Jalen Davis, the main target in his Patriots offense, moves the chains.
Well, that's what you want. You want to just take the snap, know where you're going with the ball, and fire it in there, just like practice. Boy, he threaded the needle right there, though. Davis was able to catch that with all hands.
You know, and even though he didn't get the ball, how about the attention that Wheaton draws?
Yeah, everybody spreads out, don't they?
There's Wheaton on the ground. Look out into the secondary. Yeah, they're not. Wheaton is going to take this one all the way. His 7th rushing touchdown of the season. And he left everybody in his dust.
Oh, man. Yeah, when he breaks it out there, you just say goodbye because there's nobody going to catch Wheaton.
6'1", 200-pound senior running back. And he puts the Patriots back on top. Extra point will give them a 3-point lead.
"78-yard run, I believe.
Extra point from Rivera is good. We're into a score fest now. 17-14. Patriots have the lead back with 7:46 to go until the half.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe that choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, but prepare them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
Kamar Wheaton with his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. He's given the Lakeview Patriots a 17-14 lead. We're really seeing two completely different ball games here in these 2 quarters that we've watched.
How that first quarter was just brutal defense, and the second one, boy, is just opened up.
A nice return from Mercuria. And Saxy will start here at their own 38. And neither team could really get anything going in that first quarter.
Yeah, but since then, I mean, Okoye, 19-yard touchdown run, a 75-yard drive. Wheaton comes out and runs a 78-yard touchdown run there. Hero had a 55-yard touchdown run. It's just really opened up. We're only 7 minutes and 40 seconds left of the second quarter.
Oh, now can this Lakeview Centennial defense find an answer for Alex Orgy? Junior quarterback has done it with his legs. And the inside handoff and spinning around is Corey Jones. Look at the power right there as he keeps that pile driving. Got some help from his offensive line.
Yeah, just a little scrum in there, just pushing that pile.
Ricardo Ochoa is the anchor of this offensive front for the Mustangs. He was a first-team All-District performer last year. Outside of him, it's a relatively new offensive line. One young sophomore, Kenny Wynn, we talked about him earlier. Big size for Wynn at 6'2", 315. 2nd down and 7. Now Orgy to throw. Nice catch. Pulled in by Jagger Rowland, but they're still going to be short of the sticks.
That was a great catch by Rowland as well. But that might be the first time we've seen him actually throw the ball. Zip that ball out there. He's got such a strong arm. It's unbelievable how strong his arm is. That ball zipped out there pretty quick.
Got to watch in this Saxy offense in the aerial attack is Jaden Hunter. Leading receiver with 233 yards. He's not on the field right now as the 3rd down and 3's coming up. Orgy's going to keep it, and he's got all sorts of real estate in front of him. Looking for a block. He gets it.
Got a holding right there.
Down the sideline, there is a flag. It's going to come back. Well, there's 2 flags. One that just came in as Orgy crossed the goal line, but there's also one back at about the 19.
Yeah, they're going to get a holding around the 20-yard line, 19-20-yard line. And then there was another flag that came in on the tackle at the goal line, and usually that'll represent some kind of face mask or something in that nature.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both on the offense. Illegal block in the back, number 28 of the offense. That penalty is declined. Holding, number 81 of the offense. That 10-yard penalty being forced from the spot of the foul. Result of the play is a 1st down.
There you go.
Now the guilty culprit's Elijah Ames, the junior receiver, who negates that touchdown. They'll bring it back. You'll see it right here.
Boy, he just opened it up. Look at the speed. And right there's the hold. And then the block in the back right there at the goal line.
Well, another flag.
False start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
It's Jacob Morrow, one of 3 seniors on the front line for the Mustangs. All of a sudden, a touchdown run is taken off the board. All of a sudden, you look up and you're 1st and 15 back at the 36.
Yeah, they're just trying to catch their breath out there. I mean, they all just ran about 65 yards down the field to celebrate.
Please reset the game clock. to 6 minutes and 44 seconds.
William Ellis,
6:44 on the game clock.
William Ellis, the defensive coordinator for Lakeview Centennial, has got his work cut out for him right now to try to find an answer for Alex Orji in this ground attack that the Mustangs are churning out right now. They're going to take to the air. Orji looking, he's hit.
Oh my
nearly
goodness.
Intercepted. Xavier Wright, who leads this team in interceptions with 2, nearly had his 3rd. And I think if he catches it, there may be nobody that catches him.
Yeah, I don't think there was anybody in front of him, but you got to catch it. Gets a lot of pressure right there. Boy, he just steps right in front of it.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 15 for Saxy.
It was Nicholas Calais, the 5'8", 250-pound senior defensive tackle, who was in the face of Alex Orji.
Calais is just so fast. He's able to get through that offensive line because he's just so quick.
This defensive front's averaging 4 sacks per game. They've had pressure on Orji tonight. They've not been able to get to him with a sack yet. Now the junior quarterback rolls to his left. He kind of threads the needle right there and put it right on Tyler Williams at the 25.
Yeah, it's his favorite target right there, Tyler Williams. And watch out, he's rolling left and throws back across his body with that bullet of an arm. I mean, he just puts it in there so quick. The coverage was there. It's just that ball gets there so quick.
It's a 3rd down and 4. Nearly midway through this 2nd quarter, with Centennial holding on to a 3-point lead. They're going to bring the blitz from the backside. Orji takes it, tucks it, and runs. I don't think he's going to be, no, he's going to be well short. In fact, he may have just gotten back to that line of scrimmage at the 25.
Elijah Ellis coming in there from that middle linebacker spot, able to close that gap quickly.
Isaiah Ellis.
Everybody coming down the line, just watch him.
4 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, last year's district defensive newcomer of the year as a sophomore, the middle linebacker for Centennial. Able to close that hole down. Now a 4th down and 4, and for Mark Barron's a decision right here. And you can say this, Anthony Martinez appears to have a strong leg. Now, he has not attempted a field goal this year. You got a 4th down and 4. Mark Barron's going to let this clock tick down to 1 and then call that timeout. They want to discuss this decision right here. So with 5:15 to go until halftime, 17-14, we'll see what Mark Barron's wants to do with the Patriots leading by 3 here on GRS-TV.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-Tech and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
4th down and 4 for the Mustangs, and Mark Barron says let's go for it. 4 receivers with trips to the wide side for Alex Orji and company. Patriots are bringing the blitz. They pick it up, and Orji's going deep. Down the right side and incomplete. Too much for Elijah Ames. We talk about the arm strength of Alex Orji. A little too much that time.
Yeah, it's interesting play call because, you know, that's a tough play to make. I mean, you've got a great athlete out there covering Elijah Ames, and it has to be a perfect pass. And, boy, you have number 10 back there with the ball, and he has been so strong running it to that left side, or, you know, he just – maybe he could pick up that 4 yards. I
was going to say, you're a bit surprised by that play call?
I am, yeah.
As much as we've seen Alex Orji and what he can do with his legs, very elusive, very strong. Interesting decision.
Yeah, 4 yards don't seem that much for him.
Now Centennial.
Uh-oh.
That ball's loose and on the turf. Mustangs are going to get it right back. There was a mix-up on the exchange. John Anaiwu comes away with it, and they were giving it to Jack Dustin, the sophomore tailback who was in for Kamar Wheaton. And that ball ended up on the turf. I don't know that Dustin knew that he was getting it.
Yeah, that's that. Sometimes it's that RPO. You know, you don't know if you're going to get it, and you don't know if they're going to pull it out or just give it to you. And sometimes that egg lands on the ground.
And it was John Onaiwo who found that egg at the 23. So it's first down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I think he was thinking Hero was going to pull it out and take off running.
Well, now you give Alex Orji another chance right here. Inside handoff. Okoye trying to pop loose, and he does.
Wow.
Into the secondary, and finally tackled at the 10, just hanging on for dear life, was Joseph Armstrong. Finally brought him down.
Well, when you just think you have him bottled up,
Armstrong and John Brown.
he just breaks loose right there.
10, first and goal for the Mustangs.
That was A.J. Harris, the sophomore, who fought off a block and was able to get him down.
You see Calais just coming out from that two-tech position and chasing him down from the back. And well, it's such an athletic player.
First and goal at the 10. Okoye runs smack into a wall of defenders.
Yeah, it's number 55. It's Calais again. Well, he came to play tonight. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Such a big, powerful body there in the middle, plugs it up. 250-pound senior who was an all-district performer last year. You can bank on him being an all-district kid again. Next to him is Inuwu, 6'4", 270-pound senior.
Just a little bitty guy.
Right. He's got offers from all over the place. Here's the second down and goal at the 12. LeGrand's the H-back in motion. And keeping it is Orji. Orji's down inside the 5. And it will leave the Mustangs a third down and goal from about the 5-yard line.
Look how patient he is, just slow, and then takes off and bursts. Raymond's able to hold on to him there to make the play, touchdown saving play.
So a third down and goal from the 5. They've got time right here, 17 on the play clock, and a long look over the sideline. Sean Sparks, the offensive coordinator. Now they've got the play what they want with the running back Okoye there to the left of Orji. Williams goes in motion. Orji, design, quarterback sweep, trying to turn that corner. And they track him down. They had him right in the crosshairs, and they bump him out of the 3.
Well, that's a really hard play to defend, and I think that's what we were thinking they were going to do on that last fourth down possession that they were having. Just run left, just load left and let Okoye run for it, or let Alex Orji run for it. But they do a great job. Number 15 right there. Nuoso, we've seen him all over the field. He just tracked him down.
Well, Anthony Martinez will attempt his first field goal of the year. This will be from 20 yards out, and this has got a sharp angle to it. Right-footed kicker from the left hash. And he boots it through. So we start over now, tied at 17. 2:49 to go until halftime, and the 21-yard field goal from Martinez has tied us up here on GRS-TV. Saxy ties this game at 17 after the 20-yard field goal from Anthony Martinez. And Bobby, we've really seen both these defenses tonight. At times they've given up big yardage, but when they've had to make some big stops tonight, both defenses have come up huge.
Totally agree. They've had some big plays, big 75-yard runs. But outside of that, both teams have really been steady.
Here's the return from Montgomery. He's walloped at about the 24. So here comes this Centennial offense. They had a mix-up on the exchange on their last possession with Michael Hero and Jack Dustin. Good chance you see Kamar Wheaton back on the field here in this series, and here he comes. It's a Centennial offense averaging at 34 points per game. Saxy's averaging at 40. We thought we might get into a score fest tonight, and very well could be on our way.
It's been entertaining.
It's really been entertaining on the ground, what we've seen from Alex Orji, the quarterback for the Mustangs. The big runs from Kamar Wheaton. A lot of star power on the field, and it has shined tonight. Wheaton around the corner to the right. He's got a huge chunk of yardage and more.
Oh, man.
Boy, such a quick burst.
He's deceptive. You don't realize how fast he is, and then you see everybody making the angles that are just completely wrong. And it's because of how fast he is. He's deceptive with that speed.
Talk about where he could be headed. He's kind of narrowed it down to 3: Alabama, LSU, Oklahoma. Doesn't he fit the mold of kind of the style of offense that those teams run? Powerful running back. Hero's going to throw a little jailbreak swing screen. That is to Jalen Davis, and he's up to the 40 with another first down.
That's one play they've been able to really do good at tonight. Is that just that little swing play and let these guys get out and block for you. Look, 51. How did he get way out there making that block?
Well, that's Robert Nguanzo, 5'10", 260-pound senior, left tackle.
Out there blocking for the swing pass.
Wheaton on the zone read. He plows his way to about the 35.
Well, he's looking strong, isn't he? You know, I think at the beginning of the season, he kind of had some kind of injury. I don't know if it was some leg injury. And his first game back, everybody was like, well, you know, he played good, but he didn't seem like he had that burst. And then last week, he kind of got he got off to an excellent start in the first half, and then he kind of got injured or banged up right there in the second. But boy, tonight he's looking really, really strong.
2nd and 5. Hero keeps it, and Wheaton drew all sorts of attention. Hero had a huge chunk of territory around that left corner. He gets the 25.
That's just so deceptive. Look at that. Just hide it and take off. I mean, your defensive ends have to stay out there and work that edge. I mean, that RPO, that's going to work all night if your defensive end are just crashing every time to Wheaton.
Down inside a minute and a half to go until halftime. Knotted at 17, and Centennial's on the move. Inside the 25. Cameron Jones goes in motion. And the give is to Wheaton. Boy, such acceleration and then power as he just plows right over a defender down to about the 16.
16-yard line.
Well, it's nice. See his big old lineman right there, 51? I mean, that's nice when those guys are where you're at when you get tackled. Watch how they're just pushing all the way down the field.
What is as big a blow as Wheaton delivered, he may have caught the brunt of that.
I think you're right. He did. He did pull himself off the field, didn't he?
He was kind of holding that right arm. He's come over quickly just to see the trainer. He's on a knee. Looks to be all right for now. It was 2nd down and 2's coming up. There's a timeout on the field.
Timeout. Saxy.
And Mark
Second
Barron's
charge for the first half.
very defensive-minded coach wants to talk about this. He's got timeouts to burn. They've got one timeout left. Centennial's got all 3 of theirs. Tied at 17, 47 seconds. We look at Wheaton kind of on the sideline right now. They'll be without him for this play. And you talk about
Please reset the game
Kamar
clock.
and what he's battled this year.
5-0 on the game
He's
clock.
such an integral part of this offense. Hoping that they can get him back on the field.
Well, he's definitely shaking his arm. He's walking back out to the huddle, but they know that they need him. But I think he took a little shot to that shoulder again, and that's where he kind of came out last week. He hit that shoulder, and then they never put him
Please
back in the
reset game clock to 50 seconds. 5-0 on the game clock, please.
He will be out this
Thank
play
you.
as he comes back over to the sideline. 2nd down and 2. That changes the dynamic of the offense a little bit when he's not on the field in terms of where that defense keys.
That Jack Dustin, though, he's a pretty good runner himself.
Yeah, just a sophomore, got a very bright future.
He's super strong. He runs strong in there, and so I think he's played a lot. It's not like he hasn't handled the ball, and so when he gets in, he's super comfortable with running that offense.
2nd down and 2. Hero looking for it all.
Double move.
Down that left side, got a man, and a diving attempt by Jalen Davis. Just too much from the arm of Hero and incomplete.
Well, they run that nice little corner post and then break it back out to the corner. See, pumps it and then just lays it out there. Boy, it just almost was there, just right out of the fingertips.
So a 3rd down and 2. Still no Wheaton, so you'll see Jack Dustin there in the backfield. Maybe 4-down territory again here for the Patriots.
We say that, but man, they really got a good kicker.
And Luis Rivera, here's a 3rd down and 2. Dustin, the running back, they've got a tight end in. And Hero's going to keep it. He's got the 1st down and more. Looking for a blocker, just gets in behind him. He's belted about the 7.
Well, that has just worked every time they've run it.
Boy, would you have ever thought coming in tonight that Hero had only had 65 yards rushing? He is just
of the first half.
He has had all sorts of running room tonight. Another timeout on the field. We'll step aside with them. We're tied at 17. Waning moments of this first half. 34 seconds on the clock here from Homer B. Johnson Stadium in Garland.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe that choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, but prepare them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
Well, 1st down and goal coming up from the 6. Tie ball game at 17. Patriots have 2 timeouts to work with, and Kamar Wheaton's going to be back on the field. It'll be a 2-back look right here with Wheaton and Dustin. And they've just not had an answer for Saxy. They've not had an answer tonight for Wheaton or Michael Hero, the quarterback on that zone read.
Yeah, I think they said, hey, we're going to take Wheaton out, and let's see if Hero can beat us. And so far, he's just putting up 1st downs. I mean, keeping those drives going.
1st and goal from the 6. Hero to the air, left side, jump ball. What a catch made by Cameron Jones. Skied into the air. That's his 5th touchdown reception of the season. None more acrobatic than that.
Oh, man, it was really beautiful to watch from up here because you had your outside guy come inside and Jones go from the outside, from the inside to the out, doing about a 6-yard out. And Hero just put it right where he could get it. Go up high, high point that ball and pull it down. I mean, Cameron Jones, what a play.
He skied over Kevin Courtney. Now the extra point's good. And Lakeview Centennial goes back on top. It's been a heavyweight fight here in the first half, and the Patriots have the lead back. 24-17 with 28 seconds to go until the half.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-Tech and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
Cameron Jones on the touchdown reception from Michael Hero has given the Patriots a 24-17 edge. This kick bounces off the turf, and it's going to be returnable here for Mercuria. Trying to get around the corner and looking for blocks, trying to get to the wall. He will not be able to do that. He's hog-tied at about the 36. Well, Saxy will have 21 seconds to work with. When you got a quarterback like Alex Orgy, they've got just the 1 timeout left, but that's enough time for Orgy to do something.
Yeah, you get 21 seconds, and so it makes you think they need to throw the ball, or they got to get a 1st down to stop the clock to get the chains to move. But I think your first thing you got to do is watch Alex Orgy in his arm, because he can really throw that ball so far. So you're going to have to put some pressure on him, get in his face, make him throw it early, because if you give him too much time, he can throw a 65-yard pass. And look at that defense. They are all back there. They've got 3 front line guys.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
Well, that is the definition of a prevent defense right there.
I mean, it is. They got 3 guys down and 8 guys. I guess Isaiah Ellis playing in the middle around the 40-yard line, and everybody else is just backed up.
Well, after the delay of game, now Orgy is going to look to throw. Here comes pressure from the backside. That's the sophomore.
There's Wilson.
Trey Wilson, who leads this team in sacks. He's got his 6th sack of the season. First time tonight that they've really been able to get to Orgy.
Yeah, it's just too much time. I mean, before your receivers could get down there, you know, you just had too much time.
That is the end of the first half.
Well, a lot of fireworks here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium through the first 2 quarters. The Centennial Patriots take a 7-point lead into the break, 24-17, our score at the half. It's 24-17, Lakeview Centennial with the lead coming out of the locker room at the half. 5 lead changes in the first half. We saw a lot of fireworks in this first half. Let's take a look at the highlights for the first 24 minutes. It all started tonight on the ground from Alex Orgy, who had a big first half running the football.
Yeah, 75-yard drive capped off with a 14-yard touchdown run.
Well, and then it was the quarterback for Centennial and Michael Hero, who does one better in a long touchdown scamper.
Yeah, 55 yards, and it was off to the races there. Great answer.
Tie ball game at 7. Both defenses made some stands. Here's a field goal from Luis Rivera.
That's not a short shot either. That was a 28-yard field goal.
And for Saxy was back on the ground. This time, junior running back Brian Okoye, who also had a big first half, and the ground attack.
19-yard run, 75-yard drive.
And here's the big one right here from Kamar Wheaton.
Nobody's catching him. 78 yards.
Wheaton with a huge first half tonight. That gave Centennial back the lead.
He was tired after that run.
There's that field goal from Sachse to tie the game in Anthony Martinez's leg.
And that came off of a nice fumble recovery. Set them in position to score there.
Oh, and here is one heck of a catch by Cameron Jones. And that gave the Patriots the lead that you see right now.
Watch him give a little chest bump. Boom. I think the coach wishes he didn't do that. Oh, man. Hello. You guys are real ball players.
Don't let Cameron Jones' size of 5'6", 165 fool you. He got some hops and a little bit of strength right there. Showed his coach. And the Patriots with a 24-17 lead. And we'll see the Mustangs offense on the field first here. Opening kick of this third quarter. And a high, booming end-over-end kick, and it's bobbled into the end zone. Going to bring it out. That's Tasby, who's around the corner. He's got some blockers in front, and Tasby, who fumbled that initially, gets all the way out to the 42-yard line. Kaiwan Tasby, a senior on special teams, set Saxy up with great field position.
How often do you see something like that on a busted play? You pick it up, and all of a sudden you have all this running room. It's like it throws the timing off on the defense or something, and everybody loses track of where the ball is, and all of a sudden you break it out to the 43.
Well, it made one guy miss and got a lot of blocking in front of him. And so here comes Alex Orgy, the junior quarterback, who had an outstanding first half, primarily on the ground, but also shows an incredibly strong arm. On first down and 10, they put Williams in motion. They're going to run the option. And Orgy keeps it. All he needed was a little crease. First down and more into Centennial territory. He's down inside the 40.
Yeah, I think that Lakeview Centennial have kind of struggled coming out of that halftime break over the past couple of games, and it just seems like that third quarter, the beginning of that third quarter, has been a real struggle for the Patriots. And I know the coach was in there trying to fire his guys up and say, hey, let's start this thing out strong. And that's what they need to do. They've got to really just buckle down and catch their breath here.
There's the inside handoff and a huge hole for Okoye. It's going to take the Mustangs 2 plays to score. A long run from Orgy to start the drive, and then Okoye caps it off with his second long touchdown run of the night. We're an extra point away from a tie ball game.
Yeah, that's exactly what you don't want to do. You don't want to get in there and just let them break one just like that right out of halftime. Boy, look at the speed he's got. Power runner.
Brian Okoye, 6', 200-pound junior. As his second long touchdown run of the night. Now the extra point to tie it just 30 seconds into this third quarter. Good snap and hold, but somebody got a hand on it. And that could loom awfully large tonight. Blocked extra point, and we've got a 1-point ball game.
Well, that's a big play right there. Keep that point off the board.
So 24-23, the Patriots are holding on to a 1-point lead here on GRS-TV.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe the choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, but prepare them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
Well, an extra point separates these two teams now at 24-23. The Mustangs, 2 plays, they score. They've done a whole lot of damage tonight in the run game.
Yeah, and as we were talking about the Patriots coming out slow, and boy, it just bit them hard.
There's a low line drive kick to Jalen Davis. Davis gets up to around the 40 before he meets a wall of Mustang defenders right there. But both teams with a great starting field position on their initial drives. Patriots are going to start around the 40-yard line.
They're going to have to answer now. We'll see what happens here. See if that offense starts as bad as that defense did. You know, Saxy, they got some fresh legs out there. They've been able to rotate in and out throughout the ball game, keeping those legs fresh. A lot of times when you come out of that halftime break, I mean, you're just kind of tired. Your legs aren't working good. You kind of feel a little sick even.
Well, tell you what, in that first half tonight, the ground game and the attack of Kamar Wheaton and Michael Hero, and here it's Wheaton. Wheaton again. Wheaton's got a big gain. He's out to the 48. Spilled right there. Well, if it wasn't for Kevin Courtney, Wheaton may be off to the races.
Well, it looked like he was going to be gone. All of a sudden, he has to make a break right here. The safety comes up, makes him break outside, and gives the corner just enough time to catch him from the back.
A pickup of 8 on first down. Second and short 2. It's Hero around that right side. There's been nobody there tonight on Michael Hero. He is having one whale of a game running the football.
Yeah, Joshua Nuoso, number 15. He's made a whole lot of tackles on defense, but right now he's playing the slot. He's the one that makes this great block, seal block. You see him right there? Just seals it off for him.
Now quickly to the air. That screen game has been a big part tonight for Centennial. This is Zechariah Dunston, who's got a nice pickup of close to 7.
We haven't seen him too much. He's been pretty quiet tonight. Zechariah Dunston is a big part of their offense.
It's a gain of 5 on that play, so second down and 5 coming up for the Patriot offense. Already a lot of fireworks offensively. We haven't even played 2 minutes into the third quarter.
Well, they've got numbers down here. They got 3 wide receivers, only 2 people covering.
Dunston in that motion, and there's whistles. Maybe movement in that front line for Centennial.
That's a tough one.
It is a false start on the Patriots. That changes really the complexion of this play caller. You got 2nd and 2. Now all of a sudden you're looking at 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it was interesting on that last play where Dunston goes in motion back to the right, but there was 3 receivers down here, only 2 Saxy defenders, and it's like Saxy knew what they were going to do because they didn't even move over. They just let Dunston go in motion. Again, 3 against 2 over here.
And it goes from a 2nd and 5 to a 2nd down and 10 at the 39 of Saxy. Yeah, 3 receivers this left side. That's the direction they come. Got blockers in front. There's a lot of room for Cameron Jones. Makes a man miss. Down inside the 15. Ty Robeson gets out of bounds at the 11. And to your point, boy, they had numbers down here on that bottom side. They went to Cameron Jones, and he was off to the races.
Yeah, just a simple play. I mean, you just have all the numbers over there, and you got blockers, and I'm sure the guys upstairs, the offense coordinators, they saw it, and then Saxy didn't adjust.
Cameron Jones has played a big role tonight in the passing game. Jones goes in motion on a 1st down and 10 at the 12 of Saxy. Here comes Kamar Wheaton. He gets down to about the 10, tackled from behind right there. That's the big nose guard, Jaden Gibbs. Guy that was on the offensive line last year as a sophomore. He's the nose guard for the Mustangs.
He's a little bitty dude, 265 pounds. He's just a junior.
Right.
6 foot and all muscle.
Well, he's a fire plug there in the middle at 6 foot 260. Gets down the line well and then just hops on the back of Wheaton. Short gain of 1. Now a 2nd down and 9. Got a tight end down that bottom side. Here they come that direction Wheaton trying to turn around that corner, and he's run out of bounds. Great job that time by that defensive. That's Levi Shirley, the safety, who tracked him out of bounds.
Well, they just ran out of room, but you had these big linemen pulling for him. Watch how fast these linemen get out there, 52 and 51. They out leading the way.
That's Ezra Oyatate. He's headed to Arizona State, a big 4-star center, and you can see why. A guy at 6'2", 285 that can move like that,
yeah,
he'll be playing on Saturdays.
That's definitely right. I mean, he can get out there.
3rd and 7 for Centennial. Dustin goes in motion. Fake the handoff to Wheaton. Going for it all. Got a man down there that tied in and closing late on the coverage. That's an incomplete pass to Rykeelan Worthshaw. He was over. Now, there is a flag, and Centennial may get a new fresh set of downs. Let's check the penalty. Well, he had Worthshaw open.
Pass interference. Defense, number 14. The penalty happened in the end zone. Ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Well, how critical is that? That's Ilya Mercuria, the senior cornerback.
What a great play right here. They finally stopped the run there, but
yeah, just a little bit too much. It was close.
yeah, a lot of times they won't even call that in high school. You got to really make a bad play for them to call pass interference, but they got him laying out right there and a little shove, and all of a sudden you got 4 plays to push 1 yard in.
Yeah, and here they go to Wheaton. No, it's going to be Hero. Dives into the end zone for a touchdown. What a ball game the senior quarterback is having tonight on the ground. Michael Hero goes in for another touchdown, and the Patriots extend their lead back to 7.
Well, it's just a great play. You see all the offensive line going one way, and I mean, if that's the way the line's going, you're trained as a linebacker, you've got to go with them, and all of a sudden he's heading back the other direction, finding that little crease, and getting into that end zone.
High snap, pulled down, great hold by Hero. And Luis Rivera makes this an 8-point game. How critical could that missed extra point be tonight? Patriots go up by 8, 31-23 with 8:29 left to go in the 3rd.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-Tech and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
Another long drive for the Patriots. 70 yards, capped off by Michael Hero, touchdown from 2 yards out. They have sold out tonight to stop Kamar Wheaton, but Michael Hero, they've not had an answer for him.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch how that offensive line is pushing people around and sealing that outside off for Hero to get out there. It's just been a pretty simple RPO play, and he's been making Saxy pay.
This kick goes out of bounds off the foot of Luis Rivera. Mark Behrens will have a decision whether to start this drive. Pretty good field position or make him re-kick. Looks like they're just going to take the football.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball placed at the 30-yard line. First down, Saxy.
Well, the Mustangs find themselves down by 8. Well, this game couldn't be a more different. It was night and day from what it was last year. This was a 17-14 game last year that Saxy won in the final minute of the game. A touchdown pass to Jaden Hunter, who we've not seen tonight. He's the leading receiver for this Saxy Mustangs offense.
He's not had to throw the ball that often.
Orgy's bottled up this time.
They've really decided we're going to run the ball and see if we can win this thing on the ground. We haven't seen Orgy throw it, but just a handful of times.
His big target tonight's been Tyler Williams. This time they go back to the ground. He was bottled up. One of the few times tonight that Centennial has had an answer for him.
Well, they've kind of changed their defense. They got 4 down linemen and 4 straight linebackers right across.
A handoff, not much there. Track down from behind. Raymond Jeffrey awfully active from his safety position.
You see Nwosu there. Again, we were talking earlier. He's made some tackles. He's also been blocking us at that offensive end, and now here he is right now playing defensive outside linebacker and making the tackle again. They've went to that 4-4 defense. They're trying to stop the run now.
Now a 3rd down and 7 for Orji and company. Sprints to his left. They're going to have to throw across his body. He is sacked. Ball's loose on the turf. I believe the Patriots have got it. Jonathan Brown may have come up with that fumble recovery. He was hit by Isaiah Ellis.
I was watching Ellis come from that middle linebacker spot, and boy, he was going down the line, and then all of a sudden he just burst of speed, came out and got him. Watch him going down. You see him right in the middle of the screen, and then all of a sudden he just goes into it so fast. His closing speed.
Well, I mean, it was Jonathan Brown who nearly came up with it, and that ball ended up out of bounds. That is a huge break for the Mustangs.
Yeah, sometimes you got to fall on that Easter egg. You can't just be trying to pick it up and run with it. You got to get down on it and live the next play.
Ellis, who's the team's leading tackler, the junior middle linebacker, averaging about 10 tackles a ball game. A couple of times tonight, he has really filled that hole, and he did it that time on a critical 3rd down. Now 4th down for the Mustangs, who are down by 8. They're going to give the ball back to the Patriots. His kick bounces at midfield, takes a Mustangs roll, and will die at the 42. Well, this is a Saxy team that has had Centennial's number. They've won 7 straight times. Centennial, they got some work to do. They're leading by 8. They have not defeated this Mustangs team since 2012. They got a lead right now.
Boy, it's a great job of going down there and scoring, though, and then having a great defensive stance. And now you got the ball at the 42, and boy, you have a chance here to really take some time off the clock and make something happen.
You know, you made a great point about Centennial making the adjustment more of a 4-down lineman, 4 linebacker look. What adjustment will Saxy make? And there's not any answer right there for Wheaton around the right side to the 49. And that time they did go with a 4-down lineman look. It's typically a 3-4 defensive front for Saxy. All about adjustments right now, and they've not had an answer for Wheaton or Hero.
He just kind of just makes people miss right there. I mean, it didn't look like anybody was really blocked that well. He just kind of made things happen on his own. But you're right. Looks like Saxy is sticking with just a 3-down lineman.
Now they walk an outside linebacker up this. Yeah, it's going to be free. Hero is going to take advantage of it. Going deep into double coverage, incomplete. And that was nearly caught by Cameron Jones. But a free play should result in a 1st down.
See Cameron Jones, if he just had a little bit more height, well, they got him listed at 5'6".
Defense, number 96. 5-yard penalty results in the 1st down.
He plays like he's 6 foot.
He does. He goes and high points the ball. He goes up and gets it. And if he had just a little bit more height, he'd have been able to pull that one down.
1st and 10 from the 46. Wheaton cuts it back against the grain and into the teeth of that defense, but it's still a gain of about 3. Mustangs came out and scored 2 plays into the 3rd quarter. Since then, it's been all Centennial here in the 3rd.
Yeah, that was a long drive that they put together and capped it off with that little 2-yard run by Hero.
2nd and 7 for the Patriot offense. 3-man front. They bring 2 outside linebackers up. Hero wants to check the play.
Again, they've got 3 receivers with 2 men covering down here. Let's see if they go back to that screen.
And put Dunston in motion across the formation. They come back to a screen, and it's incomplete. Jalen Davis was the target. Bring up a 3rd down and 7.
Well, they do go with it. They put Dunston in motion, pulled him away. I think they would have been better off just leaving him over there.
You can see why that's such a big part of this offense, as well as this offensive line moves. Set up those jailbreak screens. This offensive line, very athletic.
Yeah, they're actually the ones getting out there and lead blocking on those screens. And those are little 2-step turnaround screens. Those aren't like, you know, delay, and give your line some time to get out there screens. These are just real quick hitters, and those offensive linemen are able to get out there and lead way.
3rd and 7 for Hero and company. Pressure coming, steps up, makes a man miss. Now into the secondary, he's got the 1st down. Boy, Michael Hero can do no wrong tonight. He's got the 1st down, move the chains again. Pressure was coming. He's able to get away.
Well, hold on to that ball, though. Somebody slapped that thing right out of there. Well, he's been the difference maker tonight.
Low snap, the give to Wheaton on the stretch play. Blockers in front, and maybe taken out by his own man and Jalen Davis.
Yeah, not good.
That's not. Wheaton down right now.
Timeout.
Tangled up.
Due to injury.
He's down at the 27. We'll step aside right here as they tend to Wheaton. 31-23 Centennial with 4:52 to go in the third. The Patriots are on the move. It's a pickup of 6 yards on that first down play to Kamar Wheaton. Good news is he did get up, walk off the field. We'll see if we see Wheaton. See him right there being tended to by the trainer. He's taking a couple of shots tonight.
He just get over here and try to outrun everybody, and then boom, just kind of collides with the back of his own guy, Jalen Davis there.
Second, short 4. Hero
Looking
to go deep. He's got a man wide open. That's Cameron Jones. Hello, touchdown.
Wow, 2 straight drives of just putting it to Saxy Mustangs. Look at the blocking right there. He just has so much time. Cameron Jones just gets hidden. I don't know how he gets free back there. I think everybody thought that they were going to run that screen play again, and Jones, instead of blocking, takes off down the sideline.
All of a sudden, this is a 14-point game. Largest lead of the night for the Patriots. 4:25 to go in the third. Now the extra point. It's good. Luis Rivera knocks it through. Lakeview Centennial leads it by 15. It's been the Cameron Jones show through the air tonight. And Michael Hero has done it all with his legs and his arm. 38-23. Patriots lead it with 4:25 to go in the third.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe that choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
38-23, Lakeview Centennial with 4:25 left to go in the third quarter. Mustangs have got some work to do now. And this kickoff will end up out of bounds again.
You know, as good of a kicker as he is, I'm wondering if they're telling him to kick that thing out of bounds. They just don't want any possibility of anything running back on him.
Well, Mark Behrens will just elect again to take this ball at the 30-yard line. Going back to the touchdown there to Cameron Jones. Long pass from Michael Hero, but how much do you think the screen game may have set up that pass?
I think it's been happening.
Free kick out of bounds.
They've really been executing that really well.
5-yard penalty from the spot where the ball went out of bounds. First down, Saxy.
They've been executing it all night long. It's been executed well. Cameron Jones has been blocking on that screen play, and I think he just kind of faked it right there and acted like he was going to block for a second and then took off, and he was just wide open down there. Nobody was covering him.
Alex Orgy and this Mustangs offense have got to go to work right now. Pass tipped up, intercepted. Coming back the other way, that's A.J. Harris down the sideline, taken down to the 22. Second interception tonight that they forced Alex Orgy into, and the Patriots can feel it right now. Up 15, and they've got the ball deep in Mustangs territory.
Well, when you feel the momentum.
Ball spotted on the 21-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, hey, it's like, look what I found. It comes right off the offensive player's hands, and well, it's like, hey, Mom, look what I caught. Harris takes it. Says, oh man, this is a great time right now. Man, you've got the momentum really going for the guys in blue now.
Well, Kamar Wheaton is on the sideline, still being looked at. Here they go on a little toss in front to Dunston. They've got him strung out, breaks out of a tackle, and another one. Dunston turns nothing into something. He's to the 17. That play was dead to rights, and Dunston still picks up 3, maybe 4.
Where did that come from? Watch this block right here by Dunston right there, number 30. He takes out 2 guys. You're going to have to wrap up this young man. He's got some moves.
Centennial down to the 18. Here's Dustin straight ahead, down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line goes the sophomore.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, he's used to there. It's not like he doesn't ever get out there and play. He was in the first couple of games when Wheaton was out and carried the ball really well, and every time Wheaton needs a little breather, he comes in and spells him.
Now a 3rd down, a manageable 4. Hero going deep. Left corner tipped up and incomplete. Jalen Davis the intended target. And so now 4th and 4 coming up for the Patriots. And it looks like they'll bring on this field goal unit. Luis Rivera's got a strong leg. We've seen him from 28 yards tonight. This one right here would be a season long of about 30. See where they mark this, about 32 yards from the left hash.
How incredible it is in high school where you can line up and think you're going to kick a 33-yard field goal and be confident about it. I mean, that just changes the game when you have a good kicker.
Good snap and hold, and Rivera, plenty of leg. It's right through the uprights. Patriots extend that lead. 41-23, their largest lead of the night with 3:06 left to go in the 3rd here on GRS-TV.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-Tech and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
Lakeview Centennial extends that lead out to 18 at 41-23. Short kick comes downfield at the 25. On the return is Mercuria, and not much there. Back at the 27.
It's just a well-rounded play by the Centennial whole team. I mean, their kickoffs have been good. They've been so great on snapping the ball, holding it, and getting a kick into the field goal. That special teams play has been great. Defensively, they've held Saxy to only 23 points. A high-powered Saxy offense. And that Centennial offense, man, they've put 41 points up already. We're still in the 3rd quarter.
You know, for you, seeing this district week in, week out, how surprised are you? It's still got a long way to go, but this is a bit of a shocker right now.
It is a shocker. You know, Saxy's, oh, they got another one.
At the 40-yard line, that throw too high, and what a leaping catch made by Xavier Wright. That's his 3rd interception of the year. And boy, right now, Centennial is just rolling out. Maybe the hardest hit of the night was on the sideline. Xavier Wright was just taken as he went leaping into the air. Marcus Mondine took him down. That's a pancake right there.
Hey, you know, now he's going to go tell all his coaches, see, you need to be putting me on offense. Did you see that catch? I'm all hands right here. I'm all hands.
My goodness. Well, Alex Orji, that is his 3rd interception of the night. He came in with 4 interceptions on the season. At times, that arm's just been too strong.
I think they're having to throw over Wilson over there. You know, he's 6'4", yeah. He gets his hands up, and it just makes him have to throw a little high. Orji has not had to throw the ball that much tonight, and now they're in the position where they're having to.
Here's a ball tipped up. That one nearly came down to the waiting hands of a defender in Talon Landingham and incomplete. Well, tonight we've seen for Centennial the 1 sack from the defensive end. You mentioned him, Trey Wilson. But while they only have the 1 sack, it has been a pretty steady pass rush, and you wonder how much that's affect Orji tonight.
And they're tall. You have to see over them. So what he's having to do is throw to the outside And when you're throwing to the outside, it's always a dangerous pass anyway. And they just haven't had to throw the ball that much the whole game. They've ran it all game long. But now you get down this far, you feel like you have to throw it. You start pressing.
Well, that hole was there just momentarily, and then it closed up quickly on Dustin. Short gain of close to 3. Mustangs have got to have stops right now. With an 18-point lead for Centennial, a 3-possession game. Clock not quite a factor yet, but here you are getting late into the third quarter. 4 receivers set here for the Patriots with trips to the right side. We've still not seen Kamar Wheaton since he came out. Dustin, the sophomore, is the running back. As Hero looks to the sideline, he's got to hurry. 3 on the play clock. Snaps it with 1 second. Looking, has time. Over the middle and incomplete, but that is going to be pass interference. Boy, Mark Behrens is going to say that was not catchable.
You know, I always have to argue that one. Of course it's not catchable. When you get nailed, how can you catch it, right?
Pass interference. Defense number 49. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Well, you're right about that, but I think Mark Behrens is saying, well, if Jalen Davis was maybe 6'6", maybe he could go up and catch that. That pass was high, but there was contact. No doubt about it.
Oh, I mean, that looks like he could catch that one.
That's Nestor Leon, actually. Leon just on the field now, 5'9", senior, who was the intended target right there. But for Hero, he's not been under pressure tonight. They've done a great job of protecting him in that pocket. 1st and 10. Jack Dustin to the ground. Met rudely at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there's a big lineman hitting the deck right there.
Yeah, his head swung down and hit the ground. Looked like his helmet is what hit the ground. And
that is Ricky Smallwood.
Yeah, Smallwood. But you battling right there, and he just gets taken backwards, and boom, his head hits back there.
6'3", 315-pound senior. He's a mountain of a man, the largest guy on this offensive front line. That has done a terrific job tonight of opening up holes for Kamar Wheaton, who's back into the game, and for Michael Hero, giving him plenty of time to throw. Now to 2nd down and 11. 1:15 to go in the third. Little play action. Pressure coming. One of the first times they've gotten to Hero tonight. Just throws it away. 3rd down and 12 now for the Patriots.
Yeah, it looked like Lamar just got loose over there from that defensive end spot. Yeah, it looked like the running back was supposed to pick him up and just kind of missed on him a little bit.
3rd and 11 for the Patriots. Trips to the right side as Hero surveys the scene. He's going to check the play right here. He's got time with 10 on the play clock. And change it again. He's going to have to really hurry. They're going to have to burn a
2
timeout.
seconds, yeah.
They'll do just that.
Timeout. Lakeview. First charge of the second half.
They'll come over and talk with that offensive staff led by offensive coordinator Henry Hill, who's done a phenomenal job all season long. And tonight, he's got this Patriots with 41 points on the board. They're on top 41-23 with 1:10 to go in the third here on GRS-TV. Third down and 11 out of the timeout now for Centennial with 1:10 left to go in the third.
What do you do here?
Yeah, Mustangs have just not had an answer here in the third quarter. They motion Wheaton out. He draws all sorts of attention.
He's open, too.
Heroes throwing, looking for Wheaton down that left sideline, and it's incomplete. And, boy, Henry Hill and Kendall Miller not happy on that play. I think they had something dialed up that they wanted, and maybe Hero just missed.
Yeah, he kind of just missed it, but you know, that the safety's kind of closed in pretty quick on it, but for a second, he was open.
So a 4th down and 11. Looks like they're going to keep that offense out there, and why not? Maybe
yeah, I think it was really a two-play possession there. I think you could have ran the ball, get a little closer. They thought they could go for the home run here, but
4th and 11. Steps up, throws. What a catch down inside the 10. That's Jalen Davis. He used all of that 6', 200-pound frame and those paws to go haul that pass in right there inside the 10.
Man, that is just in-your-face catch right there. I mean, he's got people all over, and Micah Lowe is right there. It's just go up and get the ball, and that ball just stuck in his hand. I mean, that is great. That's ball hawk greatness right there.
Down inside the 10 to the 6. Inside a minute to go in the 3rd. Wheaton on the ground, running left side, trying to get around that corner, and he's shoved out inside the 5 at about the 4.
Well, how about Micah Hero just throwing the ball like that with so much confidence out there into double coverage to Jones?
Well, tonight, Cameron Jones has been the big target, and then Jalen Davis gets into the act. It has been a number of weapons that they've utilized tonight. Of course, Kamar Wheaton always at the center of that, and Michael Hero has been just that tonight. He has been the hero. He has had a huge part in this lead. On a 2nd down and goal from the 4. Jones in motion, give to Wheaton. Just looking for any kind of crease. Not there and strung out. Brought down for a loss of 2.
Well, if he just follows his big lineman right there, I think he had Smallwood really leading the way to the end zone for him, and he kind of bounced out. I think coaches will kind of tell him, hey, follow these big linemen. Look at this crease right there he had. You can see how big those offensive linemen are. If they get their hands on you, they're just going to push you around.
Albion Krasnicki, the junior defensive end, was the one that finally strung him out. He's probably the most active defensive lineman tonight, him along with Jalen Gibbs. 3rd down and goal at the 6. 4 receivers, trips to the left. Hero going for the back shoulder fade and got a little mix-up right there that time. Him and Terrence Davis not on the same page. That was the final play of the 3rd quarter, and a 3rd quarter
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Was all Centennial. They've got an 18-point lead up, 41-23, as we head to the 4th here from Homer B. Johnson Stadium in Garland.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe the choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, but prepare them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
It's all Centennial in the 3rd quarter. At a 7-point lead going to the break. They've extended that out 41-23. And they'll look to make this a 21-point game right here on the leg of Luis Rivera. He has been perfect tonight. 2 of 2. And this one will be more of a chip shot.
He's getting a little showcase tonight.
Yeah, 23-yard attempt, high snap, bobbled. It's loose, and Rivera has to just fall on it at the 14. And maybe that's the break for the Mustangs that they desperately need. They were just trying to stop the bleeding there in the 3rd quarter. In the 4th quarter here, the first play, it's a bad snap.
Yeah, I think this is it. You're right. I mean, this is exactly what the Mustangs need. If they can capitalize on this thing, they're still in the game.
Alex Orji tonight in the first half could do no wrong on the ground. But 3 interceptions has really been the demise in this second half. So let's see if Orji can kind of turn the corner here. Really, the turnovers this season have plagued Centennial. In fact, Centennial on the season a -3 in the turnover margin. There's a handoff, and he's just swallowed up. Or there's that sophomore defensive end in Trey Wilson, who has been extremely active all season long.
Yeah, and quietly, number 15, Nwoso's having a big game.
Nwoso's the senior, Wilson the sophomore, and they sandwich. Brian Okoye.
12 for the Mustangs.
I think the biggest adjustment tonight is what we've seen from Centennial in the run defense here in the second half. Orji to throw, rolls to his right. All sorts of pressure, and oh, look at this.
Gets away.
Somehow got away. I think there was a face mask as well. And Orji gets out all the way to the 31, kind of lost the ball, then gets back on it.
That's what we're talking about, the strength of Orji. I mean, you think you have him, but you really have to wrap him up.
Let's check this penalty flag. It came back where they nearly had Orji. It looked like maybe they brushed his face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. First down.
Let's see what we see. It looks like they just grabbed him right there on the shoulder pad.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a face mask. It was awfully close, but I think that hand of Awuna.
Yeah, I believe it just got his shoulder pad, but
inside give, and that is Okoye. Boy, there's that defensive line, so active. Runs down Okoye, short gain of 2.
Boy, Awuna right there. I mean, big number 90 coming down with a head of steam on that one.
6'4", 270-pound senior. He's a 3-year letterman. He was the sophomore of the year 2 seasons ago, and no doubt about it, you're going to see him playing on Saturdays. He's got offers from all over. Here's a 2nd down and 8. Short pass into the turf, and I think you kind of go back to what you'd said a moment ago about the defensive line, the height, the reach. That's a tough throw to make over that big defensive front. Always a hand in the face.
Yeah, just always getting up there and putting your hand up. Plus, when you have 3 interceptions, now you kind of, pulling back on it a little bit.
3rd and 8, pressure coming. Somehow Orji gets away now. Heat coming from the backside. Ellis is there to finally track him down.
And again,
Ellis and Nwosu, both of them.
Yeah, you see Nwosu and Wilson and Ellis, they sandwiched him good. You're right, he's just not having a lot of time to throw it, and he's getting so much pressure on him.
Credit that secondary as well. This is a secondary that features 2 sophomores in Jamar Rhodes and A.J. Harris, but also doing a tremendous job in coverage. Now 4th and 9, and the Mustangs got to go for it. The clock's a factor with 9:50. Nope.
They're going to punt it.
Orji's going to step back. Be on the alert for a fake right here. Still a 3-possession game. Orji's going to kick it, though. He gets away a dandy. Down inside the 15 and kind of dies right there. Rolls to about the 12. Surprised by that? Just considering where the clock is?
Yeah, you're inside your own territory, I guess, and they know that they can score quick if they have the opportunity. But yeah, I mean, 9 minutes, 34 seconds left on the clock. Time is really becoming of an essence here.
This is a must stand, would you say, for Saxy? You've got either a 3 and out or a turnover, or the clock really becomes that 12th man.
You've got to make sure that you can run the ball and get a first down here, because if you go 3 plays in 1 minute and you give them the ball back on the 50-yard line, now they've got the opportunity to go in and score and make it a quick game. They can score quick.
Jack Dustin gets the handoff right into the teeth of the defense. Great play by Jaden Gibbs. Nose guard again on the play. John Onewu also there on the stop, and a loss of 2.
Yeah, he had no running room at all. That was some good playing right there. Shoes are flying off in the air and all kinds of things. Yeah. Centennial can't just sit back and try to waste the clock, and you got to just keep firing, because this Saxy offense is just too strong.
2nd down and 11. Now Centennial does milk that clock. The play clock's down at 3. Hero snaps it with 2 on it. Keeps it on the zone read and is wrapped up. A loss of a couple, taken back at the 8-yard line.
Well, that Saxy defensive line front all of a sudden looks super strong.
got some great penetration right there. And that's John Onewu, who's been awfully active here on this possession.
Big man.
He's a 5'11", 200-pound senior linebacker.
All muscle.
Now, the Patriots continue to work that clock. They're going to try to snap this well inside 5 seconds. They don't break the huddle until 6 is on the play clock. 3rd down, about 14. Hero keeps it on the ground. Tackled from behind at about the 14. So it will be a 3-and-out for the Patriots. But now this Mustangs offense has really got to have a sense of urgency.
Yeah, they just played it safe. Come up short right there, but you know, again, now they're going to punt the ball. They're going to have some returners back there. They might get the ball inside Centennial's side, you know, so you have to be really careful. They're going to have 2 return men. They really want to bring this thing home.
Luis Rivera with a rugby-style kick. That is a high, booming kick. Gets Corey Jones in a back pedal at the 46. Just trying to make a few moves, and he gets up inside the 40 to the 39. Good field position for Mark Barron's offense right here. And the Mustangs down 18, 7:16 to go in the ball game in a situation where they've got to have points on this drive.
Yeah, so now you talk, okay, would you have went for it when Saxy was on the 45-yard line? They went ahead and punted it. You know, only a minute and a half went off the clock, and now you've got the ball inside the 40 of Centennial. So, yeah, maybe they made the right decision there.
1st and 10 at the 39 of Centennial. Here comes the heat. Orji steps up, throws down that left sideline and incomplete. One-on-one for Ja'Cory Mims. Great coverage by Xavion Wright.
Yeah, Orji had to toss it just a hair early because he had Wilson right in his face again. See him come right through the double blocks, and
now you're seeing a kid tonight, Trey Wilson, 6'4", 210-pound sophomore. Got a chance to be awfully special defensive end. On a 2nd and 10, Orji with time. He throws behind Mims that time.
They had Xavion Wright covering underneath, and then they had a safety over the top, and Orji just had to fit it right between both of them. He knew it was kind of a dangerous pass and didn't really want to throw it.
Well, you've sensed that the Mustangs really missing tonight Jaden Hunter. 223 yards receiving, 2nd leading receiver on the team. Guy that caught what was essentially the game-winning touchdown pass last year. He's not on the field. 3rd and 10, Orji sprints, Wilson, pressure from the backside, and the pass past the outstretched arms of Tyler Williams.
They've kept Tyler Williams in check tonight. He's been their #1 leading type receiver, and he's just only had a couple of catches for maybe at 15 yards total. There was 3 Centennial players surrounding him. I mean, you have to fit that ball in a pretty tight window there. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes off running on this play here.
4th down and 10, and they're at a situation where they must go for it. 6:56 to go in the game. Mustangs have got to have it right here. Orji steps up, breaks the tackle. He's into the secondary. He's got the 1st down and more. What a run by Orji. Makes another guy miss and right and gets down to the 19.
Again, you got to get more than just a hand on him because he is so strong.
Orji would not be denied, and you talk about some strength. He just got out of the grasp of Ikechukwu Onua.
That's exactly right, and he makes things happen down the field.
Here's the handoff. A little bit of a seam there for Corey Jones. Cuts back to the 14.
Nwosu making another tackle.
Mustangs still have life after that run from Orji. 2nd down and 6. Again, same play, that zone read. There's a flag that came flying in. That might be in the vicinity of holding.
Yeah, I think so too. That's usually where they throw it.
Clock stops, 6:20, almost midway through the 4th.
Personal foul.
Uh-oh.
Hands to the face. Defense number 55. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic 1st down.
Well, that's Nicholas Calais, who has played a great ball game tonight, defensive tackle.
Half the distance to the goal.
Didn't get away with one right there. See if we see it on the replay.
Yeah, he's got number 66 pushed up in the air.
First and goal from the 7.
It'll be a first and goal at the 7. Mustangs still have life.
Uh-oh. What was that? That doesn't look good. They're going to have to call a timeout. Somebody hurt their leg as they were running across. Maybe popped a muscle there.
False start. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
Like Kenny Wynn maybe kind of fell out of his
Timeout
stance.
due to injury.
Man down for Centennial, so we'll step aside as well. 6:09 to go here in the fourth quarter, and it's 41-23 Lakeview Centennial.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-Tech and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
It's Corey Gray, sophomore linebacker, who you're looking at right there on your screen, who was injured. Good news for Corey is he was able to run off the field. It is a first down and 12 for the Mustangs. They had a 5-yard penalty. Ball start by Kenny Wynn, the right guard, the sophomore, now on a first and goal at the 12. Orgy sprints right, got a man wide open, in and out of the hands. He had him wide open. That was Jagger Rowland, maybe 2 open. He just dropped it. That would have been his second touchdown reception of the year.
Get everybody going one direction. Oh, too much time. Sometimes that ball just sits in the air for so long, you're just saying, come here, come here, come here. You just know you're going to get hit, and the ball's just bobbling in the air, and your eyes are moving around, and all of a sudden, a catch that you could do in your sleep, you miss.
Second down and 12. They're going to go back again to the air. They go back to Rowland. This pass a little behind him and incomplete. Now, if you're wondering about Rowland's hands, we saw earlier in the game in the first quarter, he made an incredible leaping catch. He's got good hands. That one right there was a little behind him. Still catchable.
That's a tough one too, though. You're really having to pull your body back around to catch that one, getting your hands back around to the ball.
Third down and 12 for the Mustangs. They've got to have a touchdown here.
Yeah, they're good. I don't think Rowland was set on that play right there, and he started to move towards the line of scrimmage to get set, and that's when the ball was snapped.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 12. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
And it looked like, too, that they were trying to set up some type of screen. They hit Centennial with a big screen early in this ball game. But right now, this is a third and goal from the 17. This is a precarious spot for the Mustangs offense. Setting up the screen. There it is, over the middle for Jones. He's got blockers in front. And he made that cut back inside and gets down inside the 10 to about the 7, and at least makes it manageable here, depending on what Mark Behrens wants to do.
How in the world did Nwosu get over there? You see big lineman right there having a hard time getting up. Yeah, they were doing the head-on blitz, and you said before that you thought it was going to be a screenplay. Obviously, both teams decided to do the same exact play that they had called before the penalty, and neither team adjusted.
Well, they're going to be playing without their right guard and Kenny Wynn. That's the big sophomore. Mark Behrens, they're in a situation where they feel like they've got to go for it right here. Clock's a factor with 5:10 and counting. Fourth and goal at the 7.
How great is it to have a sophomore on your line that's that big and that good?
Alex Orgy from the shotgun. Rolls to his right. Here comes Heat. Now he's going to take it, try to run it, do it himself. Nwosu runs him out of bounds.
Boy, Nwosu has really showed up. He's the one that made the play on the screen, the play before this. That should have been a touchdown if he wasn't on his horse and making that play. And Boy, he's really got number 10's number tonight, doesn't he?
Well, they've had an answer for him in the second half. That was not the case tonight, really, through the first 2 quarters. But tonight in the second half, what a job the defensive coordinator for Lakeview Centennial and William Ellis in figuring out a way to slow down Alex Orji and this Mustangs offense.
Yeah, they had it going on the first half, and it seems like they went inside and started talking about that at the halftime adjustment. Of course, the second play of the halftime, they broke the big one and ran for the touchdown. But outside of that, it looks like they've settled down and got into that 4-4 defense, and Nuoso's leading that, him and Isaiah Ellis. My goodness, when you got a front 4 as good as they are, and then all of a sudden you got these, it frees up these linebackers to be able to really move around and make some great plays.
Jack Dustin is swallowed up right there. That defensive front line, too, all of a sudden for the Mustangs kind of bowed their neck. Second down and 11 coming up. Mark Behrens wants a timeout. 4:43 to go in this ball game.
Saxy, first charge in the second half.
Coming in tonight, we'll keep it here. Coming in tonight, both these teams were 2-1 in district. You're getting deeper into this regular season. This is a key game in terms of the district race. A Centennial team that had not knocked off the Mustangs. We've talked about it since 2012, and really impressed with the job that Kendall Miller, his staff, and really the game plan that they've put together tonight.
Yeah, I believe that'll move Centennial up in the ranks, and they'll be right behind Rowlett, and they're right on the top. It's impressive what they've done tonight. Offensive, defense, and special teams. I mean, they've done it. It's been a really good game.
It's a complete team. You know, offensively, very balanced. You've got a star in Kamar Wheaton. I think Michael Hero's taken a huge step tonight.
I believe so, too. I mean, he's really made some great plays with his feet. And then when he's needed to, he's really put the ball on the money and managed the game well.
And then defensively, we talk a lot about that defensive line. It seems like the teams that make kind of deep runs into the playoffs, a lot of times really strong up front. This is as good a defensive front line as I think you'll see.
I think it's probably the best in the division, in this GISD division here. I mean, they're really good. Now, we'll see them play Rowlett and see who's strong right there, who's the deepest. But tonight, they've played really well.
Here's Kamar Wheaton. Look out. Into the clear.
Uh-oh.
Down the sideline, Kamar Wheaton trying to finish this game off, and nobody is going to put a hand on him.
I mean, that is that 4.3 speed right there. I mean, that is just too fast.
That went 96 yards. Kamar Wheaton took that handoff from the goal line.
Oh, my goodness.
It'll go down as 96 yards in the stat book, but where he took that handoff was right at the goal line.
Yeah.
What a run by Kamar Wheaton.
And they had players that had the angle on him and just can't catch him.
47-23. This was a 24-23 ball game early in the third quarter. Since then, all Patriots. 48-23. The Patriots are going to get to 4-1 after this one. 4:28 to go here from Homer B. Johnson Stadium in Garland. Well, it's been the Kamar Wheaton show tonight. 2 runs for him, one of 75 yards in the first half, 96 yards on what you just saw there. It's got to be well over, maybe close to 300 yards on the ground.
Absolutely, and I think you got to give a lot of credit to that big offensive line. They've really played well tonight. Spring, Hero, and Wheaton.
Wrestled down at the 28. Well, the Mustangs just about run out of time here.
You know, we saw earlier where the Mustangs were just crashing on Wheaton every single time he got the ball. I mean, they were just crashing and crashing hard. And then you started seeing Hero fake that handoff and taking off running. And now they had to adjust to, hey, we've got to stop that. And when you do that, it just opens back up the middle. And then all of a sudden, Wheaton takes one for 96 yards on you. And big game for the Patriots. I mean, I think this is a total surprise to everybody seeing them. And, you know, we shouldn't probably, because Patriots have been so good and they're athletic. But, you know, when you put together such a complete game, and it's been clean. There's hardly been any penalties. Boy, you see that, it seems like maybe they've taken a step.
It's been a statement game tonight for Centennial. And we get wrapped up in Wheaton and Hero. They also got to defend Cameron Jones at receiver, and we've seen what kind of weapon he is tonight as well. That ball's on the turf. Oh, well, that would have put the cherry on top right there if Awuna was going to take that to the house.
I wanted to see him run it. I wanted to see how fast he was to get to that end zone right there. That would have been about a 35-yard dash. I would really like to have seen that.
6'4", 270. Look at
Wilson.
the physicality of Trey Wilson.
Goodness.
He's only a sophomore, and he's 6'4", 210. He's going to be something special. There's Jagger rolling over the middle with the catch, and he gets to midfield.
There, that's what they've been needing all night from him. Oh, no.
Yeah, Rowland went down awkwardly on that catch. Kind of squirming there at midfield.
Timeout.
That looks more like a cramp. So we'll step aside here. 48-23. All Patriots with 3:25 left to go in the fourth.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe the choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, but prepare them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
Still being tended to on the field is Jagger Rowland, the senior wide receiver. And right now it's just nothing but window dressing of the 48-23 Centennial commanding lead with 3:25 left to go in this ball game. They have put on a show in the second half, and a team that, as we talk, very much in contention for a district title this year. It is going to be a lot of fun to watch this squad over the final 4 regular season games.
Even with the score is 48-23, I don't see Centennial changing out one starter. I mean, they're still pressing the pedal to the metal.
Alex Orgy's going for it all down the right side. It's caught at the 15. Out inside the 10 into the 5. Well, when a team like Saxy's had your number since over the last 7 years, you just feel like they're always in it.
That's Jet Creel that caught that ball, and that's the son of the principal of Saxy there.
Well, that's a pretty throw by Orgy. Probably his best throw of the night. First and goal at the 7. Orgy zips it to the right side. The pass caught by Jones, bumped out at about the 3.
Harris right there on the tackle.
Well, that's secondary tonight. We talk about the defensive line a lot. Well, the secondary has been great as well. Interceptions from Xavion Wright, A.J. Harris. Raymond Jeffrey's been very active. Second and goal from the 4. Patriots are bringing the blitz. They just pick it up and nearly picked off again. That was into double coverage. And Xavion Wright, I think if he was looking, maybe got his head around a little quicker, he maybe had his second interception of the night.
You're probably right.
Depending on the play, Raymond Jeffrey.
That blitz just got in there so quick. I mean, Orgy didn't have any chance. He had to just take off running to the left as soon as he got it and just get rid of it.
Third and goal from the 4. Put a man in motion, and Orgy directing traffic. Has to throw off his back foot, and that pass is caught in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Hauled in by Cam Gladney, junior wide receiver. And the Mustangs get 6 to cut into that deficit at 48-29. Still all Patriots right now with the extra point coming up.
How did he get open? Okay, he just sat back there, and then he just took it back to the inside. And how Orgy found him, I don't know. He had guys all over him. Just shows you what kind of an athlete he is to be able to put that ball in the end zone in all that tight window.
Anthony Martinez with the extra point. And he gets it up and through. So 48-30, and the Mustangs will be thinking onside kick coming up. 2:55 to go in this one. Still all Patriots here on GRS-TV.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-Tech and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
Now it's 48-30. Lakeview Centennial still up big. They've got that hands team unit expecting the onside.
A lot of times, why kick it right into the front? I mean, just pooch it over their head and then have a race to the ball. You know, just pooch kick it right over their head.
They got one guy back there on that right side, Jalen Davis, and the other on this side.
Just kick it right in the middle. Just pooch it over their head and then
nobody.
See if everybody can get to it.
Boy, there is an empty hole right there, isn't there? Just right in behind that front line. See what they elect to do here is Anthony Martinez. He tries to, he gets the bounce, great bounce. Well, it gets out of bounds. Boy, they just didn't have anybody there in time. That looked like to be a terrific kick. Maybe a little too strong, but he got the right kind of bounce.
Yeah, he got it up there. It bounced right through everybody. Nobody touched it.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball placed 5 yards from the spot where it went out of bounds. First down, Lakeview.
Well, if you're wondering if we might see that second team unit, they're going to keep that starting 11 out there. Here comes Michael Hero and the offense. They've put up 48 points tonight, an offense that averages 34, about 400 yards per game. Those numbers all go up tonight.
Well, that running game for sure.
Yeah, it was 229 per game on the ground. Tonight, well over 300.
Yeah, I think the quarterback even has close to it. I mean, they've just made a statement game here, and I tell you, these games are a lot of fun when you go to school the next day and you can talk about this type of game, playing a powerhouse like Saxy, which has been on top of the district for many, many years now. And you go out there and you make a statement like that, and everybody's talking about it. They're Snapchatting about it. They're hitting it on Twitter, and all the kids, just social media is going crazy tonight. And everybody's showing their huddle film, you know. I mean, it's going to be fun for that Patriot team and all the kids and everything, the student body. It's just a lot of fun when you win a game against a team that's just been beating you up.
Yeah, even though this team is, Saxy will be 2-3 after tonight, and that is an anomaly for them. This is a team that's won 4 straight district titles. Here's a sophomore, Dustin. He's close to the first down. He nearly popped it. The clock down inside 2 minutes at 48-30 lead for the Patriots.
You got to be a pretty good athlete to be carrying the ball this much like Dustin does and as a sophomore on a 6A football team. I mean, you just don't have that kind of opportunity usually, and so you just must be, really talented, really studies game film. Coaches really trust him or they wouldn't have him in there.
He's gotten some opportunities tonight, especially at times. Kamar Wheaton been beat up a little bit. He's had several opportunities, and they'll go right back to him. I think maybe the most impressive thing is he gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Dustin and Hero had an exchange where the ball ended up on the turf and back in the second quarter, but Dustin's never seemed, for lack of confidence, to want the football.
No, they just go right back to him, and the coaches as well. They've been able to give it right back to him, and looks like a couple of linemen are switching out. Smallwood's coming out. I like calling him Smallwood because he's so big.
Well, that is a large man at 6'3", 315. That offensive line has done a terrific job tonight.
They're big, but they're so fast and physical.
4th down, 34 seconds to go. Hero keeps it, and the Mustangs are going to get the football back at the 49-yard line is where they'll start this possession. With 26 seconds. Well, it looked like we were going to be in for a track meet tonight, back and forth. We had 5 lead changes in the first half. Mustangs score on the second play of the third quarter. He thought, oh, wait, here we go.
Yeah.
Maybe the big play tonight that really turned the momentum was the blocked extra point. That seemed to when just everything broke Centennial's way.
Good point. Yeah, and you called it. He's like, what is this going to do for the game? What happens here? And I think you're right. I mean, that's just kind of when all the momentum switched.
There's an inside handoff, a lot of room. Ooh. They're off left tackle for Mason Fagan. They'll at least stop the clock to move the chains. The Mustangs may get one more play here. They've still got that first team defensive unit out there for the Patriots.
Well, you see some of them moved out. I think Isaiah Ellis is not in there playing linebacker. And boy, you seeing that's 2 huge stops from
what should be the final play right there.
Yeah.
Well, let the celebration begin. Kendall Miller gets an he gets the ice bucket bath, and Centennial breaks that 7-year skid.
That shows you right there how important of a game that was to beat Saxy. I mean, in the middle of the season, going ahead and ice bucketing your coach, I mean, that's a big statement right there.
What a game plan tonight by Kendall Miller and his staff. They did a phenomenal job in a game that was a 1-point difference early in the third quarter, and the Patriots then got rolling. It was the Kamar Wheaton show, along with Michael Hero, Cameron Jones, and that defense took over.
All-out team effort tonight. Special teams, defense, offense, the whole works.
Well, the Centennial Patriots now get to 4-1. More importantly, they're 3-1 in district. And for Saxy, they fall to 2-3 on the season and even 2-2 in district. Celebration time for the Patriots here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Bobby, it's been a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for coming out tonight, guys, and enjoy the win.
For Bobby George and for our entire GRS-TV staff, thank you so much. Our final score, 48-30. Centennial wins it. Good night, everybody.